Hello, Fonschwein, and welcome back to the Eastern Front. So, here we are today, and today's objective will obviously be to try to retake Farmstead Mokryy here. And I'm thinking Bölke platoon will be the men that get this done with, what's their name, Michael platoon here as, let me just readjust the mic, there we go, as a base of fire, or whatever you want to call it, fire support, along with the tanks here, honestly. These dudes over here, they are not looking that, they're not looking that hot. So let me just try and get them somehow on a, defensive line. I'm guessing around here, maybe just towards Farmstead Mokryy. Which maybe that was a bad idea. Some of them might have orders that they haven't. No, it looks decent. They're gonna try and set up defense around here. I don't know. They will have to find their own cover. These guys are not really my concern right now. I'm also thinking about these dudes back here. Trying to maybe, with infantry, it's always a bit dicey doing something like this. But I want to try and get like as much train as possible. And Sight's platoon is not looking hot over here, or well, decent for defensive purposes, but for any attack, those guys are way too few, honestly. But Hofrichter platoon here should set up here by the road, I believe. Should be a good idea. So let's tell them to do that. With one line, please. Just like that. So I think a lot of people have actually, it was a while since I went through this, how you order things around and stuff in this game. And yeah, so basically, if you just right click and you will get a, this button or this command wheel here. And what you actually want to do, if you, for example, want to get them at a specific angle, you press spacebar. And then you have all these modifiers here, and these do not really differ from each other that much. It's just the modifiers you assign to these. So your move like command could have the same modifiers as the default attack command, and it will do the same thing. The only one that really differs here is take defense, as the take defense, allows you to set up position inside houses and in trenches and stuff. But yeah, so we're gonna try and set up a line nicely here, and if we get into contact, I want my men to stop, so I use that one, cancel order, and maneuver, so they can maneuver a bit freely as they do these things, especially if they get into contact. They will start employing battle drill and such. And here, I don't know, I hope you guys can see it. There's a road here hidden in the darkness and by all the like artillery craters and stuff. Anyway, let's press it like this, and they will use this as the center point for their formation and spread out like that. So we'll get back to those guys in just a minute here. But now we want to issue a nice command for, let's see here, Bölke platoon. And I believe without formation, or maybe get on a firing line behind the tanks, honestly. I mean, we do have the tanks here, and keeping a nice formation in the dark will help out with coordination and stuff. However, I don't want them to cancel order, as I'm pretty sure they will take fire. And I want them to be fast, so they move fastly here and get into the formation just in the field like this. And then we can move in with, like, not fast, if that makes any sense. So they will try to run and get into a firing line like so. And then when I tell them, when they're already set up, I can tell them to just push on through here. So now we should see our little red icons here moving about. And as you can see, we're taking tracers. We can see tracers and stuff, and coming into and from Farmstead Mokryy here. We're moving up our tanks quite nicely. This T60 could just as well push up a little bit more. I don't mind. We can hear fire coming from the infantry platoon over here, Michael platoon. This tank, this Panzer II, is moving up. Our flares have run out. Captives taken here in the trench. That is nice to see. But yeah, flares are gonna be launched. They're already being fired, actually. So we're gonna get some nice flares here going, which will be vital in securing this. And honestly, we shouldn't fire them like that. We should have them a bit more back here, because that will illuminate the farmstead from behind, so they will appear as silhouettes here for our men, but our men won't be like illuminated as they move up. Anyway, let's see here. Also, Hofrichter platoon here was told to act with caution, so if we go down to their level, you'll see what that looks like. Means they will crawl around, and we don't want that, so let's select them and deselect if we can. Okay, it seems like the game is bugging me out or screwing with me, so let's cancel order. Okay, there we go. It was just bugging out, but let's just do the same thing over again, like so, and somewhere around here. So now they shouldn't be crawling around, and instead, as we can see here, they're walking, which is what we wanted them to do. Good. Okay, cool. Let's get back here to Mokryy. Seems like these dudes are getting into quite a nice position here. Bulke, as we can see, they're moving out, getting into the firing line. Everything is going quite nicely. Now we just need to wait for the flares, and then we can make our move, I would say. This tank can easily be moved up here along with the rest of them. It's for some reason firing towards the friendly position. And these dudes are kind of low on ammo, these tanks. Let's see, do these even have... No MG34 ammo. I don't think this one has any either. Nope, we can pull these guys out of the line of fire, so they can get back here or something. These guys are taking up combat positions around this area. It's more than I expected, honestly. And let's move this tank a little bit like so, so he can get a clear line of sight. You can see tracers are being fired here from Bulke platoon. However, that is not their job. Their job will simply be to go in and occupy. So these tanks, we can see them egressing now. Nice. Just as the flares start coming, we're gonna get these guys moving. And let's see, Hofrichter is taking up position along the road here, as we can see. Doing nicely. Just spreading out a little bit, trying to occupy as much terrain as possible here for when we take the ceasefire. If we do, we might just not. We might be looking for a retreat here from the enemy. I don't know how many there are left here, so it's hard to tell. Anyway, flares are coming, so let's pause the game and tell these dudes to attack with no formation, no cancel order, just with maneuver, and take this position here in Farmstead Mokryy. Let's even order it past Farmstead Mokryy. Like, I don't know, or maybe a straight on it. Cool. Now our guys will begin to move out here. We can see we are being in the dark here, but Farmstead Mokryy is nicely illuminated. Any possible enemies here will be, how do you say it? They will appear as nice targets for us, if they appear. And anything behind will also be illuminated quite nicely. So that's what you have to think about, because you see, this is quite a big radius of illumination from these rounds. If I put them straight on Farmstead Mokryy, my friendly unit here, Bulke platoon, would probably get illuminated, you know. Let's get the company commander up here so he has a nice line of sight to the attack. Here we can see, as I have described in previous episodes, a Soviet tank, but it's been captured and put to use by us, a T-60. Racers are flying, you can see wrecked T-34s here in the field. You can see our tanks moving back. It's a really, I don't know, if you guys are watching this game for the first time, this is a really cool game, in my opinion. Here we can hear our MGs opening up. Nice nighttime infiltration here. Or attack, I mean. Let's be real, guys. Let's push this tank up just a bit here. You guys are... what? One of you was told to hold fire. I do not want that. Yeah. At this point we can see here... Hofrichter. Yeah, that's his name. Is in a good position here to actually advance on the enemy's rear. So let's take this first field. It's kind of hard to distinguish, but you can see the field's edge here. The tiled field edge. And yeah, maneuver, cancel order, just get up there, take the next field. The enemy shouldn't be expecting this, as the main action is totally here, you know, so. And here we can see we're actually encountering enemies in close quarters that we missed, or that, you know, they are too hidden, except when you're this close. But they will be probably dealt with. He's covering for his life, totally suppressed. This machine gunner has gained a nice advanced position here, laying down fire with the MG34, pushing up. Getting up and down. Key point taken. Farmstead Mokryy is now in our hands. Although, I wouldn't say it is. We're still outside of it. Bulke this far has not taken any casualties as they're moving in. We can push up the T-60 maybe a little bit here. Push up the Panzer 2. This Panzer 2 can totally push up here into Farmstead Mokryy itself. Here we're throwing grenades at the enemy position. Some kind of explosives, mortars or something are hitting over here. We should let off some more incendiary rounds, maybe all the way back here if we could. I don't know. I don't know. Where is the mortar spotter? He's all the way back here, so we could tell him maybe move up and take position somewhere around here. Would be a good idea. Let's tell him to go here. Because now Bulke is being a bit engaged here, I would say. Nothing too serious, but still. Oh, look at that. The enemy flamethrower man is working nicely here. Oh my goodness, we need to take him out. Let's see what happens here. So here's the enemy flamethrower man. Some friendlies are moving about. He is aiming. This guy though. This squad leader. Come on now. Hold on, we need to check this first. Out of ammo is a MG34 back here. Oh my goodness, there's Soviets straight on their position back here. How did you can see that white little dot there? How did they even manage? Huh. Interesting. Hopefully not too many of them. Oh well, hold on. Now Bulky is reporting quite like strongly here. I'm taking fire, you know. I would like for at least, you know. Let's see here. If we can tell him to just take cover around here. I would just want him to take cover in the whole area. So, I mean, maybe sparse here. And just click Farmstead Mokryy and we'll see what happens. Because then they should be seeking out cover and such things. And there we go. We killed the enemy flamethrower man here. Tank has rolled up. He can roll up all the way here, in my opinion. T60 should be pushing up a little bit here. Or that was a Panzer 2. T60 is moving on nicely. This tank could just as well get over here. Bogged down is the T60. Let's see here if we can reverse him or if he's mobilized where he is. Here we can see close quarters fighting, lots of grenades, hand to hand. Real bullshit. Yeah, Bulk took some casualties doing all of this, but it's war. Seems like nothing more happened here for those Soviets. These guys are just getting into position here. What the hell was that tracer fire coming across the screen like that? Cool. Here we can see enemy machine gunner actually, I think, over here. And our tank is just I mean, even the smallest incline looks like a horrible time for such a small tank, honestly. Yeah, let's see how the T60 managed to get himself unstuck. So let's try this again. Still a Soviet out here in the trench, but he is knocked out, bro. Okay, cool. Bulke seems to be finding some kind of cover around here. Getting into houses, occupying them. Doing their best. Yeah, I mean... something is going on at least, which is good to see. Now, Hofrichter is totally ready to roll up on the enemy's rear, I would say. So, let's do that. Yeah, just like this, and take the next field. Move on to the enemy strong point here. You see quite nice fire intensity coming from Farmstead Mokryy now. And let's push this T60 up just a little bit more. Here we can see a machine gun team. Kinda. Well, at least a machine gunner and his colleague. Let's see, Hofrichter, how are you doing? Yeah, they're getting on with it. Tanks are really useful in these situations. Big, or some kind of impact over here. I don't know from what. This guy is clearly knocked out. You know. This guy's gonna pick up his machine gun, maybe? They do that sometimes, just picking up dropped guns and stuff. Yeah, we will see. Enemy riflemen and just stuff are being encountered here in the rear position. I don't know. Unit lost out of ammo. Huh. MG34 crew all the way back here. I mean, we had some infiltrations last episode into Olchovatka. They should do fine with their Miuses and MP40s and stuff or whatever they have. Now is a good time to get the company commander maybe back here or something. And his 80 rifle group can come with him. But yeah. But they can actually not be in a sparse formation. I would like these guys to be a bit tighter. Cool, cool, cool. Dude, this Soviet was just here, man. He's knocked out now, no, but I mean, he was just outside the house. And let's see, these guys might be getting into some kind of trouble here. Or well, at least encountering the enemy. As it were. Should be getting eyes on him now. Let's push this attack line out even further then. Cool. Enemy contact all the way out here marked up. I don't know. I can't see anyone. Here we go. I think these guys are, yeah, they're killing some scattered riflemen and an officer out here in the field. Now they're getting into it nicely. Good for them. Should just be a cleaning up process at this point. I mean, maybe over here would be a good place to drop a couple flares. Something like that. Taking their first casualty over here. Captives taken. Okay, we're taking captives all the way back here. That is nice. Yeah, we're really in the enemies. I mean, this is the last force concentration they can have on field right now, so... I mean, if we clean this place up, you know, I think the whole thing should be over with. Would be really nice to get a retreat out of this, from the enemy, that is. Let's see how Bulky platoon is doing. Yeah, I mean, they're taking casualties, but I mean, it's nothing... It's not at a worrying rate. They're in contact, you know, they will take casualties. So you just have to make sure that you don't... No. Oh, and here is an enemy contact all the way back here, but you just have to make sure that it's nothing like alarming. Same with Hofrichter, they took a casualty here. I mean, it's just unlucky at that point, you know. Here we can see enemies start appearing as they get closer and closer, and the enemy starts firing and stuff, you know. Things are being revealed. You know, if we're unlucky, there might just be more things here than we expected. What the hell is even going on here? He's inside a trench. I don't know what to say about that. Let's push this T60 up just a little here. Let's push this. You can go like this. Panzer 2, so you go around the trench here. This tank could surely link up with friendlies here. Captives taken, I'm guessing here in the rear. Yeah, good work. Keep it going, keep it coming. And these guys have been, you know, out of contact the whole game basically. But let's hold them for now. Hold position. Okay. Yeah, well, they're issuing orders on their own command right now with AI maneuver control, I think. Captives taken. Yeah, these Soviets are, you know, they have been in battle contact throughout the whole game. Meanwhile, my guys have been back here, you know, resting. They're fully, you know, they're really in a good condition, you know. No, all ammunition storage is full. Morale is high. They're well rested. I would say the opposite probably is for the Soviets, and now our flares are coming in here, which is nice to see. They're gonna eliminate probably a part of our formation back here, but it is what it is. We could cancel those flares. I don't think we need any more, and we could send some more. That is where I would like them probably, but it is what it is. We're really setting the tone here, I would say. This dude is crazy. This squad leader is getting him. Oh my god, look at that. Oh no, he is gonna die. He is gonna die. There's a lot of wounded and dead enemies around him, so I mean, what a guy, what a guy. Okay, let's try and get these guys to hold position here for a second. Nope, they just want to go on the attack, man. Okay, cool. I mean, if that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do, I guess. I'm not gonna be the one that, you know, rains on their parade. Because now the Soviets are finding themselves, I would say, in quite a precarious position. Yeah, let's get the company commander all the way up here so he can dictate the battle and get his troop as well on the front line so they can help out with the anti-tank rifles. Oops, bounced the microphone stand. But yeah, so these anti-tank rifles, I mean, I'm not expecting great work from them, but they can probably do something. You know. Michael platoon. I mean, they're back there. They're working, I guess. Holding the flank. Mortars are now impacting our panzer over here. But that's fine. That's fine. I don't know how much they have left in them here, honestly. Could always take a ceasefire like right here as well. But I don't know. I think we'll take the ceasefire here, boys. I think that would be a nice place to end this battle. To try and keep down my losses as well. I have suffered quite many casualties in this battle too, so maybe we'll get a complete control of the battlefield anyway, considering I don't know what kind of control the enemy is expecting to have here. We'll see though. So here we go. And what the hell? Okay, we took the strong point at least. But we did lose area overall, which is just, you know, I don't know how you could like judge that Farmstead Mokryy here is still like in enemy hands, and like even this whole field, like why? I mean, there's obviously no enemies there. We combed through it straight through. There's nothing there. What the hell? I mean, look at the enemy's strength here. We totally demolished him. Huh. I would expect us to like gain control. I mean, at least like following my mouse here along the like a creek here, you know, following up here, maybe, you know, ending somewhere here, of course, going to the strong point, and then, you know, this whole field should be, I would say, in our control. Oh, interesting. We will see how many enemy units retreat, though. Modifier 3-to-1 casualty ratio. I don't know. And yeah, we can see. Oh my goodness, they were crushed. We actually crushed them in this battle. That is cool to see. Or that is nice to see. Yeah. Oh my goodness, there's nothing left of them here even. If you want to see, guys, by the way, if you haven't seen the previous episode, you should totally check that out before watching this almost. What is this gun? Is this our old? No, that's not our old gun. Anyway, let's take a look, I guess. I don't remember exactly where we killed everything last episode. It was a while since I recorded that one. Here's an F-22 at least, a 76mm. That was fitted on T-34s as well. But I'm guessing this is his colleague here, and yeah, look at that. It got totally lit up here. That is good to see. That's, yeah, this is the one. It took a lot of hits here from armor piercing rounds. So we can see here, you know, these are going through and just killing everything behind them. Cool. Yeah. Oh my god, that is a huge flamethrower group. Look at how many subunits it has within it. That is cool. Anyway, here we have a KV-1. Oh my god. So I'm gonna try and be a bit, what's your name? Rodina. Rodina means motherland in Russian. I'm gonna try and explain this a little bit because I'm guessing, you know, I always have new viewers watching these videos, and I don't know where you guys start watching or something, you know. I had one, you know, where that got like quite a bunch of new viewers and stuff, which was like the second part of a battle and everything, and I'm like, god damn, this really shouldn't be your first video, you know what I'm saying, on this channel. But yeah. Anyway, here you can see these are all hits. So for example, this 5cm impacted and didn't do anything. This 7.5 here, same here. Here is all penetrations. So any round that managed to penetrate armor. And clicking here is all penetrations with damage as well. So we can see here this 7.62 or 7.62cm flash through here, took out track, damaged the battery, damaged the chassis. And we can see also what, you know, kind of made them want to get out of the tank as well. Here you can see this, these two hits. This one killing the gunner, killing the, or destroying the machine gun, or maybe killing the machine gunner, if there is such a thing in this. I don't know if yeah, they have a whole machine gun here. I don't know. Here's injuring the gunner, killing the commander, and then the rest of the crew were also killed either whilst disembarking or after disembarking, or you know, in hit vectors which do not appear. You know, there. For example, if we say something obviously, you know, blew off a box here, or you know, blew off a road wheel or something, that hit vector, as they won't be, you can't see them, as if a part gets blown off, the hit vector will follow along with it, and then it's impossible or invisible, you know. It could very well be that we have a hit vector somewhere here, but it's just not visible to us. Anyway, we managed to take out a bunch of mortarmen here who set up position around here, which is very interesting. Very, very interesting. Anyway, T-34 here, you can see the whole commander's hatch here has been blown smooth off. And as well as the driver's hatch has been blown off, and, you know, tank has been completely riddled. And yeah, there's nothing left of it. This one has been burnt out. We can almost hopefully find out what set it on fire, but nope, not this time. Maybe this one in damaging the fuel here. Don't know though. This T-34, also disembarked. Everyone was killed. Pretty cool. Going to infantry guns. Those were the ones here on the left. You can see here the vectors are in a weird position here, as it's in a weird position. It's inside the ground. They had a lot of mortars, man. I suspected as much, but I didn't expect there to be 3 whole platoons of company mortars just out and about. Anyway, let's get back to the operational map and check this thing out. So here we can see, I mean, we have taken a position here. I would be, you know, happy for a bit more than this, but if we just re-attack next turn, we should be able to walk on through them at this point. Anyway, we're facing quite a decent battle here as well. I'm really interested in what Morgun is here. And I mean, these are our light tanks. They are not looking like they're in the best of condition here. Damaged, low on manpower, low on ammo. AT guns are doing a bit better. Yeah, I don't know how well we will do in this battle per se, but I was really interested in seeing what Morgun up here is. So we will see that in the next episode. We will keep this one a bit shorter, guys. Hopefully you don't mind. See you guys next time. Take care. Bye.